All right. So yeah, I want us to get back and then add our Google Auth, right? Since we already have the GitHub Auth authenticated in the or added in the previous video, right? So what we want to do is you want to go into this URL so you can visit the Convex Auth for Google documentation, right? And once you're in here, what you want to do is um just look at this, right? The first step it says is that we should do is to go in there, right? Which is the Google Auth platform or Google Cloud Console, right? So I just hit Control and clicked on it, just so it opens up a new tab. Okay, so in here we can simply scroll down, right? Um, yeah, one sec. It will open up. It will open up. Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's still it has selected that project, so it's chill. Um. Yeah, you can create a project like if you haven't, right? But I already have a project in here. So I'll just, proceed to go to clients right here, right? Or let me just create like a new project altogether, right? Let me just create a new project altogether. So, oh yeah, yeah. So let me see. I'll just say YT. I'll just say Copland Academy Slack clone. Oh, yeah, Slack clone, just like that. And yeah, I can simply create it right there. Okay. Um, yeah, let's select the Copland Academy Slack clone right here. And inside, we can set this up. Click on Get Started. And then in here, we just call it what? Just say Copland Academy Slack clone, Academy Slack clone, just like that. Right? And we can just add the support email, click on next. Then, since our application is going to be available to public users, we can just we have to select external, then we click on next, then contact information to which like should pretty much be the same thing, and then we can hit next and can just like agree and then click on create to proceed, right? So once that is created, you can see, yeah, so once that is created, we can come and create a client. Okay, so for that we can simply come here to click on clients, or we can simply create an OAuth client right here. Okay, so let's come inside or pause. Yeah, let's go in there and yeah, so I just like name it, right? I'll just say Copeland Academy, Slack clone, Slack clone, just like that. Oh, um, and the authorized JavaScript origins. Let's go back and look at what we'll put in there. So it says web app. um Choose a name. This name will be shown to the users as for, yeah, and then it says the authorized JavaScript origins. We just put this in there, but I think ours is localhost 3000, right? So we just make sure that it's 3000 at the end of the day. So, oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, this is it. And then I just paste that and just make sure it is 3000, of course. Okay, now after that is done, the authorized redirect URLs right there is going to be our dot site. Okay, so I could simply copy this and I could paste that in here, right? I could just paste that, but like I'll just replace this part. I could simply take it from my env that has already been set up, right? And I could also take it from my from my Convex dashboard. But yeah, it's way faster to do it this way. So I'm taking it from my env right here, and then I'm pasting it in here. Okay. Yeah, cool. So now that we have that already set up, let's go back to check. And yeah, it says we should click what do you say? It said we should click on create. Okay. So yeah, create. Um so this is the client ID actually. But I don't know. I'm supposed to see this client secret too as well. So yeah, we have to set up an OAuth screen too as well, right? Because that's what the auth access restricted to the test users list on your auth screen. We are supposed to have both of them, right? So I'm actually surprised we don't have the keys, the secret, the auth secret, right? So um yeah, I really don't know what is going on. Okay, and data access. Let me see. So add scopes. So I think scopes. You want to add this. Yeah, I guess like this is all. I think this is all that we would want to add for now. Yeah, there's really nothing else. Yeah, so yeah, just add this scope. Only scopes enable for to add a missing scope. Yeah, but yeah, let's just update that, and yeah, we are good to go. And then I'll save. I'll click on save right here. Okay, great job. All right, so um, going back here. This is the client ID. Um, I don't know why we don't have the client secrets, not gonna lie, but um client secrets is what if you are yeah, okay, so it says add a client secret. Great job. Alright, so this is the client ID. Yeah, great. So yeah, now that we are inside, right? Now we want to take the clients. Now that we have enabled the data access in here, right? Right? So we clicked on this to add this scope, these scopes right here, right? Cool, fire stuff. Now that we've added, now if once you select these scopes, you need to scroll down to click on update to make sure that you saved the changes, right? Now once you've done that, you want to go back into your clients right here, and then you click on this. Um, you click on your auth right here, and then yeah, so let's just get rid. Yeah, let's disable the secrets. Disable, disable. Yeah, okay. We could simply just add more secrets, right? Because I couldn't get to uh yeah. Okay, so let's just add a new secret and then we use that instead. Okay, cool. So yeah, so now we have our client ID and then we have the client secret right here. So what we are simply going to do is we are going to go back to the docs, and the docs is going to tell us how we can add this into our dashboard, right? So it says you should run npx convex env set, right? Auth Google ID, just like that. And so we will go back into our terminal and then I'll do one X. Yeah, and then I'll just replace, just take out this. Yeah, cool. And then I'll just set the, oh, yeah, I need to, sorry. Um, yeah, 1x, good. All right, cool. So auth Google ID right here. I would simply go back in there, copy the Google ID that we have right here, the client ID that we have right here, and I'll just paste it inside, right? Just like that. And then I hit enter, and then that should save it onto our Convex environment variables dashboard, right? Okay, cool. So it's saved. Then the next thing is we need to also add what? The secret, right? So for that, we would simply copy this right here. Great job. I'll just copy that. And I'll go back in here. Ban X. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of this one too as well. The NPX there because you're using ban X. And then I'll just go and copy the secrets in here, right? So that I'll just copy the secrets right here and I'll paste it in there just like that. And yeah, I could save that. And then that would also get saved inside the Convex dashboard right there, right? So now that we have this set up, I mean, we could go and check, right? In case maybe you want to verify, right? You could go into the settings right here. Let's go into the settings right here, and we have the environment variables right there, and then we have Google ID, Google secret right here. So you can see that we have all these values in there, nice and clean. All right, cool. So we are not logged in, so we've automatically been directed to /auth, just like we had set up before. Right, great job. I'm trying to zoom in so we can see what is going on. But yeah, this is it. Right, so let's just get rid of this, get rid of that as well, and we could try to test it, but it won't work. Okay, so first thing we need to do is let's make sure we are running ban run dev dash db, just like that, and then that would run our convex dev for us. All right, cool. Next thing is we need to go back into the sign in components that we have, right? So features, components, sign in card, just like that. And then just like how we had set up the first one for the GitHub, simply just have to copy that and then put that inside for uh Google. Yeah, for continue with Google, right? So perfect. Yeah, we add the on click and then just change this to Google, and then that's all. We are good to go, right? Because this function, right, if you remember, okay, all right, cool. So now that we have this right here, let's not forget to go back into Convex and auth.ts and then add the Google scope or the Google as a provider in here, right? But we are supposed to get this Google from somewhere. Okay, so I could simply copy and paste and then change this to Google. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Google. Great job. And then we change this to it's Google, just like that, right? Or am I taking it from the wrong package? Yeah, just so we don't make any mistakes. Let me just go. I thought it was going to be pretty intuitive, right? But I think maybe I was getting it from the wrong package. So I just copied that line right there, and I'll just paste it, right? What line did I copy? This line right there. See this line? Yeah, then we just add the Google as well, right? Yeah, so we paste both lines here and then make sure that both GitHub and Google are already enabled right here. Okay, cool. Fire stuff. I'm going to save one more time. Let it try to do that. And yeah, it is all set up. Okay, cool. So let's go back into our application. We have make sure that you have both your Convex dev running and then your dev server running as well. And yeah, oh yeah, And once you have that set up, I know, right? Ignore this. This is just like, but the server is still running, so just ignore the DDDs. Um, but yeah, now that we are here, I just click on continue with Google, and then you see that it will redirect us to here, and then I'll just click on my name, and you would see that, yeah, I'll just say continue, just like that. And yeah, we are here. Okay, fire stuff. In case you want to see, take a look, data, go in here. Then you can see it's still the same email, right? But the auth accounts are two now because it's Google and GitHub. Great, great, great job. So yeah, that is pretty much it. If we want to log out, we can simply click on log out, and then we are back in here. So yeah, that's it for today's video. And thank you very much for getting to it. Hopefully in the next one we would integrate the password authentication, and then yeah, that should be it. All right, thank you very much for getting to this part of the video, and then I'll see you in the next